Hi, good morning. We follow the moon challenge. I was just trying to pull up our Scorpio description or Scorpio season description. Um, I almost forgot about today's video. Thank goodness I set an alarm because I was like, why is my alarm going off? And then I don't know, I just all of a sudden remembered. So, how are you feeling today? If anybody's there, let me know in the chat. Will I pull this up? We're doing Scorpio. So I usually kind of like let myself chill on Scorpio moons. Like if I didn't need to do this video, I wouldn't. Because I just tend to feel like um, I love Scorpio energy. Like I love Scorpio season. It's my favorite season of the year, pretty much. I mean, I love all the seasons, but I just love, love, love the end of October, and we're right in fall. Um, I love the energy there. I love when the veil is thin. But the reason I struggle with Scorpio days is because I just find it very difficult to like fit into society or like put on a happy face and like get shit done because I like being in that like dark, shadowy, thinning veil kind of space. But I find it really difficult to like be present and grounded and uh, make it through the day if I have to do anything in a physical, tangible way. um, so I tend to like do I don't like put pressure on myself to do anything. Um, I don't know, like work related. I put things off until um, for another day until we're out of Scorpio. And but yeah, we'll get more into Scorpio energy in a minute. So I want to start off. I don't think will we be able to see this sign. No. I don't know. Maybe you can see it a little bit. So there was conflicting information about a corresponding chakra for Scorpio. So I just went ahead and picked third eye. I did find some information relating it to third eye, but I found some that said solar plexus, and I don't understand that at all. I'll have to think about that one. What was the other one? Oh, sacral chakra. And since we've already done the sacral chakra, I wanted to go with the third eye, just because I feel like that. I mean, I feel like Scorpios are strongly connected to their intuition and to the other side of the veil. So I just feel like that's what fits for me. It might be something different for you if sacral feels. I wanted to go with sacral, but we've already done sacral, and I know we'll come back around anyways. But I just wanted to do something different today. I've got my hematite mala because that is grounding, and that is one of the stones that I recommend for Scorpio energy. Because, like I said, if you find it difficult to stay grounded and present when the moon is in Scorpio, hematite is a good stone to work with to kind of help balance that energy, to help you get grounded and stable. So yeah, we really can't see the sign there. So the mantra for the third eye chakra is Om. It's pronounced A-U-M, or it's spelled A-U-M, but that is the Om sound. So if you have your mala with you, please join me. I'm a little bit limited on space today, so I'm just going to have that in case anybody joins. But let me type it in the chat here. A-U-N. And then if anybody shows up, they will know. And if anybody is there, if you have a feeling towards what chakra Scorpio is related to, please let me know. Okay, because I'm limited on space today. So I'm just going to have that sign there for anybody that's coming, and anyone that is here now knows that what we're doing. So let's go ahead and start. I've got the solfeggio frequency for the third eye is 852. If you decide to do sacral, the solfeggio frequency is 417. Okay. Another reason why I chose hematite is because I have a feeling after I do this, I'm going to be pretty floaty, even though I'm already feeling kind of floaty. So here we go. Om, 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 om. If you heard any sounds in the background, don't judge me for how messy my office is right now. But that's because there's a munchkin in this box right here, and another munchkin was terrorizing her. She's over. Where are you? She's back here. They're kind of squabbling a little bit. And don't judge how messy my office is. And I partially blame the cats because they just like, this is like the lowest level of the house, and they just like come tearing down the stairs and like run and jump and do all these crazy things. So in the morning when I wake up, it's like I gotta go around the office and pick all the shit that they knocked over. And like some of the stuff on the floor is like packaging material. They love playing with that stuff. So don't judge me, but I am also a terrible housekeeper. Okay, so how do you feel? I think it's good that they were kind of playing because I could feel myself like kind of drifting a little bit. So it's good that there was like this little distraction next to me because, um, yeah, otherwise I'd be floating. And I don't think anybody's here today. It always says one more than there actually is. I guess maybe that's like technically mine. I don't know. Anyways, um, so I'm still glad that you guys are sleeping in on a Scorpio moon. And I hope that you can watch the replay later. I've got some cards that I will pick from for the third eye. And but let's see what Daniel Blackwood says about Scorpio. So, as with all the signs, the best clues to the formation of Scorpio's archetype are found in the season it presides over. As the sun moves into Scorpio, there is a collective turning point. You don't want to look at me, you want to look at a cat, right? As the sun moves into Scorpio, there is a collective turning point inward as ancestral memories tug at our consciousness and let us know the agriculture year is ending in the Northern Hemisphere. There is no denying that Scorpio season is a time between the worlds, a liminal place both physically and metaphorically. As we turn towards the final harvest of Samhain, Scorpio is a fixed water sign, meaning that it is a sign that takes place in the heart of a season, in this case autumn, and resonates with the intuitive flowing undercurrents of the water element. The archetype of Scorpio is associated with the deepest mystery of life: birth, sex, death, rebirth, and transformation. Scorpio is connected to the idea of the mythical phoenix rising time and time again from its own ashes. Scorpio season invites us all to shed old skins, dig deep, and release whatever patterns are keeping us from growing. We then have the opportunity for rebirth, to come up on the other side regenerated and reborn. Holy moly, that scared the shit out of me. I didn't know there was going to be voices on this song. Holy shit, that scared the fuck out of me. I need to skip this song. I don't want that happening again. Good morning, Amber. Oh, well, take care of the baby. Don't worry about it. You can always watch again later. Holy shit, that scared me to death. Especially because we're talking about Scorpio energy. Oh my god. Okay, so where was I? Did you hear that? Did you hear that, man? That was scary. Go check it out. Go check it out. See, they were both like, what? Who's that man in the corner? That freaked me out. Oh my gosh. Okay, where was I? Look to your chart to see where Scorpio is for you. This will show you the life area where you will likely experience your most profound transformation, healing, and regeneration in this lifetime. The Scorpio archetype asks us to embrace the shadow, to move into it, not only shining a light on our deepest wounds and fears, but also recovering our forgotten talents, desires, and soul treasure. Scorpio is aligned with the goddesses that are associated with the sacred dark, such as Persephone, the Morrigan, Caradwen, Kali, and Inanna. Each of these deities has the wisdom to share with us that can only come from digging in the dirt with our own hands and surrendering to the sometimes messy, cathartic process of release and rebirth. I think I'll just stop there. I could like read this whole thing. Oh, Scorpio's your moon. That's awesome. I'm curious how you feel on Scorpio days. Is it somewhat intense? Because of the intensity of, hey, now, She was about to knock over all of my herbs. Yeah, let's not do that. um, I lost my train of thought. Um, shoot, lost my train of thought. Um, mm, I was saying something about the intensity of Scorpio. I don't know. I guess just what I was saying earlier is just that I find it hard to do mundane work, logical, earthly kind of things today. So I just allow myself to like journal, um, meditate, be creative, um, try to access your intuition and channel it into something like art or just um, not having to do any like 3D kind of stuff. Oh, that's good. It's probably because um, like your moon is like how you feel emotionally. So if you are feeling like yourself, like you're feeling like yourself, you're able to just like channel that energy and get things done and finish things. I love that. That's awesome. Um, I don't have Scorpio in any of my like planets, but my Hygia, which is an asteroid, is in Scorpio, and there's like thousands of asteroids, so it's kind of crazy to dive in there. But um, Hygia. Oh, I have my what? That is the creepiest shit I've ever heard, especially if you were meditating to this song. I skipped the song, I thought. I can't even hear what he's saying. I don't know if it's coming up on the speaker. I thought I skipped the song. I can't even hear what the person is saying. But anyway, so Hygia, this candle is totally burnt out, and um, she's the goddess of healing. And so I tend to heal on a very like Scorpio level, like a very intense, and I have this really strong connection to how our emotions and our mentality are connected to our healing. I barely go to I never go to the doctor. I understand that like when something is wrong with my body, that there is some sort of emotional connection to it, or spiritual connection to it. So I try to heal that on all the levels, and then I prefer to just go through a natural healing kind of route first. Um, that's why, like, most of the times when I go to the doctor, it's like the emergency room or urgent care because I've like tried everything else, and if it's not working, then I end up in the ER. But um, yeah, so that's and for me, I think one of the reasons why I'm not able to like function on a like earthly level in Scorpio is because I'm supposed to be using this time to heal because my healing asteroid is in Scorpio. So I should be like doing things like meditating or um, crafting or creating, getting like all that energy out of you. Um, I love Scorpio. I mean, when I think of Scorpio people, like Scorpio sun people in my life, because that's like one of the ways that I um, recommend getting to learn all the zodiacs is learning what all the people in your life um, are, what at least what their sun and moon is, because that really helps you get a feel for that zodiac energy. And the Scorpios in my life, I don't have that many. And when I encounter one, it's like I never really get to know them. Like I've there's one in particular that I've been friends with her for at least 7 years, probably. Oh wait, no, because I met her the year I got married. So 9 years, because we just passed our ninth anniversary. So I've known her 9 years, and she's married to someone that I've been friends with for 20 years, and I don't really know her. Like I know her on the surface, but I really don't know her very well, because Scorpio energy is very mysterious. And they like that. They kind of like having that aspect, like, oh, you think you know me, but you don't really know me. So I don't know if I know anybody with a Scorpio moon other than you now. um, but I feel like you seem like a pretty open and honest person. So I'm curious. There's probably some mystery. I mean, there's mystery to us all. Um, so what? What she was? Oh, so technically, we're going to be talking about the first quarter today, but we're actually we've moved into a wax and gibbous phase because Friday was the first quarter moon, or maybe yesterday. I can't remember, but he said, "I am love," in this super creepy. The music just stops, and this guy comes on and is like, "I am love." Super creepy. Super creepy. Why? So I guess he's doing it on all of these songs. And the song is supposed to have peaceful raindrops. That does not. What is happening? Okay. Getting distracted by the creepy man. It kind of reminds me when, back when we used to have, before our phones, we had GPSs. Like you had to have like a separate GPS that you either came with your car or like you could get the little device. And we had one because my husband and I moved around a lot, so we would always be doing a lot of driving. So someone gifted us one, and we figured out how you could download um, different voices for it, which I wish you could do with Alexa. She heard me. Um, but you could download different voices for the on the GPS, and we downloaded. We called him Mr. Spooky Pants. And I want to say it was like Vincent Price, but that I don't think it was Vincent Price. But it sounded like Vincent Price, and but it was like it would be like turn right if you dare, wah ha ha ha, and it was this. That's what the guy on the meditation or the solfeggios thing sounds like. It's just like this really creepy voice. That's supposed to be soothing in meditation. I don't know. But anyways, I'm getting off track again. So first quarter moon is when the right side of the moon is light. So if you were to go outside tonight and put your right hand up and forming the backward C, then that's how you know that it's the first quarter. Technically, we're in waxing gibbous, but I get because we just moved into waxing gibbous, it might still look like half lit because waxing gibbous is going to take us all the way to the full moon. So it's just gradually going to get bigger from that. And you should, I know it's a Sunday and you want to feel lazy, but you probably have like more energy to do stuff today because the light is so bright compared to the waxing crescent, which was kind of just like a little bit of energy and a little bit of light. So you're probably having more energy than you did last weekend. And you might be more motivated to like get your chores done or like get those things that you may have like put off last weekend because you didn't have as much energy. Um, and there's a huge difference between a waxing Scorpio moon for me compared to a waning Scorpio moon. A waning Scorpio moon um, feels like the new moon energy or dark moon energy. I usually don't have much energy with um, a waning Scorpio moon. And when I guess maybe like a year ago, I used to try to do live videos for every quarter of the moon. It was like this moon phase series that I was doing. And anytime there was either a first quarter, last quarter, full, or a new Scorpio moon, I just like wouldn't do the video. I was like, no one's watching it anyways. Who cares? And I just like I can't. I couldn't. I've finally like been able to work with that energy now that it's been like. And I mean, last year was so like dark and depressing and heavy, anyways. Having a Scorpio moon during that time, during 2020, was just like I couldn't handle it. Um, so I've finally gotten to work with that energy, and the energy in general for the collective feels a little bit lighter now. I don't know if that's just like summertime. Okay, apparently the spooky guy, is on like every song, and this time he said, "I am love." Um, yeah. So I mean, I even remember last summer did not feel like summer solstice energy for me. So um, this summer feels way different. And it's just, I know now not to schedule anything crazy on a Scorpio moon day. But because it's waxing, it feels different. And in a way that you were saying that you feel motivated to get things done, like I've already planned to just get all of my like crafting stuff done. Like I have to update my shop next week, so I need to like get stock up, and I think I'm gonna do try to do some markets if I can get the craft markets are really difficult to get into here, but I'm gonna see about that. So I want to just like develop a large quantity of stock because usually I just make something and throw it up and it either sells or it doesn't. So I'm not really, other than the candles, I'm not really used to having a large quantity of stock. So I save Scorpio days to be creative. And same with Leo days. Leo feels very creative, and or I would do like some sort of meditation. Like I would my with my Let's Get Stoned videos, I meditate with stones, and then later I come back and do like the more technical stuff. So this would be a Scorpio day would be a good day to um, be filming all of the meditation videos. And then that way I'm just like sitting in meditation like all day. Um, Obviously, if you have to do something that requires you to be grounded um, and present, and like if you had to do like accounting or bookkeeping or like some sort of technical thing, um, some stones that help kind of balance that energy are like I said earlier, the hematite. And hematite's really easy to find. It's definitely one of the first stones that I have ever worked with, because I don't know if you remember in the 90s they had it was the Discovery Channel store. I don't know if you remember those. They used to have them like at the malls here. You could always get some hematite or tiger's eye or like one of those geodes that were like whole and then you crack them open with a hammer. So I always think of that. So like that's like the first access to crystals I ever had was at those Discovery Channel stores, and hematite was always one of those ones. And they usually had like the magnetic hematite. Um, I lose my hematite very often because I carry it with me so often, and then like it falls out of my pocket, or I accidentally wash it and then it, who knows what happens to it. Um, so it's such an amazing stone. It's also very cooling. So if you wear like I tend to get like very hot, and when I'm anxious, I get hot, and then I get even more anxious because I'm hot, and I turn red. So I have this hematite necklace that sits like right here on my chest, and it's usually like ice cold. It feels so good and just helps kind of bring that anxiety level down. But it's also going to be like grounding your energy, so that helps with anxiety and kind of overwhelm. It's like a very soothing stone. Some people find it very difficult to work with because it's so like instantly grounds you and brings you into your body. So some people find that to be a little abrupt, I guess, of an energy shift. So some people find it too grounding. Uh, and I've even been warned, like people have warned me since they're like, since you're not grounded at all, hematite might be too intense for you, but it's not. Like it's like one of my favorite stones. And I even have like one little tumbled piece that like I thought that I lost it like 5 years ago, and then it like randomly appeared again. And so I lose it all the time, but it always comes back to me. So I know like that's when I'm supposed to start working with it again. I think I also recommend black kyanite. Black kyanite to me feels like a vacuum. They kind of look like witches' brooms to me, so that's how I remember it. Like it when you put it over your chakras, you can feel it like just kind of like sucking the negative energy out of it. Um, um, I was in this kind of intense situation one time, and I don't remember how kyanite came in to the situation, but it felt like this vortex like was sucking something, whatever the negative energy from that situation was, like I could feel it being sucked away from my energy field. It was the craziest thing. So that's why I call it a vacuum. It looks like a broom, so that's how I remember. um Looks like cute little witches brooms. um And so I also recommend citrine, because citrine is like this bright yellow, happy stone. It's associated with prosperity mostly, but it just kind of brings in the sunshine kind of energy. So that's a good one to balance the energy. Um, oh, and I recommend, so kyanite comes in different colors. There's also green and blue and orange. So I think in the planner, I actually recommend all the kyanite, because blue kyanite is going to be associated with your third eye and also your throat. Um, so it's doing the same thing, but like specifically for those areas. Green kyanite is good for your heart chakra. Orange kyanite would be good for your sacral. So the orange one would, I've never actually seen orange before, but oh, citrine's your favorite? Oh my gosh, I've missed all these comments. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, kyanite is so cool. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And citrine's your favorite. I mean, you can use citrine for so many things, but a lot of times it just gets lumped into the prosperity category. And it is an excellent prosperity stone. But again, it's just like it does so many other things. It makes you happy. It brings in your sunshine. And if you really think about it, because it's grows with amethyst, it also has some of that like crown chakra energy with it too. And a lot of the, like, I'm pretty sure that this is heat treated amethyst, so this is actually technically amethyst. It's really weird. This was just like I bought it like years ago on Amazon. I don't know if you can still get stones on Amazon, but you used to be able to get bulk stuff. Like I started using Amazon in the beginning of my business, because you were able to get like bulk stuff at discounted prices without having like a wholesale license. Um, but I learned pretty quickly not to get crystals on Amazon. I'm sure maybe there's some reputable places on there, but I'm pretty sure this is heat treated amethyst. And I used it recently to make some mead on the summer solstice, and I put it in the jar when it was fermenting. And when it came out, I don't think this one was in there, but it's still from the same batch. One of them was like kind of green, like a weird, like yellowy green. So it, for some reason, being in with the yeast and like the honey and stuff, it like changed the color. I don't know. It was like I don't like so I don't really use these for um, like big specific things. I just like to have them. Um, I don't know what it is about them. I guess maybe they were sourced not in a good way. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look into that. Um, but I used to go to Amazon for bottles and stuff, but now it's like they're so expensive on Amazon. Um, but if you go to someone that sells wholesale bottles, like empty bottles, that I use to like put oils in and stuff, um, you have to buy like 200 minimum, and it's like I don't need 200. I just need like 20. So Amazon used to be the place to do that, but I recommend selenite for almost everything, but specifically for Scorpio because, like citrine is bringing in sunlight, selenite is bringing in moonlight, which is also sunlight, but it's just bringing in the light in general. So if you um, get too dark and gloomy today, use some selenite to help brighten yourself back up, and the citrine too. Citrine works great too. Um, what's another stone? I think there were some others that I don't have, and now I can't remember. Um, I mean, I would say probably like any of the dark stones, because they will be grounding, but because of that dark color is associated with Scorpio as well. So I will pick a third eye chakra. And it looks like there are some more people here. If um, earlier we were talking about which chakra was associated with Scorpio, and there was, I mean, like every different site or image that I looked at had a different chakra for Scorpio. So we used the third eye chakra today because I feel like it's connected to that, seeing through the veil energy of Scorpio season. But sacral chakra was also one, and I saw solar plexus, and I think crown also. So kind of all across the board or all up and down the chakra thing. So if you have a preference for what Scorpio feels to you, I'd love to hear. Or if you're watching later, let us know. And I'm going to pick a card, a third eye card, because that just makes more sense to me. Whoops. And I guess we're doing this one. Oh, interesting. Whew. So this says light codes. All beings come into each lifetime with light codes they carry and transmit over the course of their lives. These multidimensional pieces of information and wisdom are shared without conscious communication. You are activating new light codes of healing right now, and you can use them to help yourself and others as you feel called. To understand more about these codes, go into meditation and consult your guides. Ask for clear signs, symbols, and guidance. The stone recommended is sodalite, and the herb is mandrake root. Yeah, third eye makes sense. Hold this up if you want to pause it later to read it. So I was actually just reading, because I forgot that I was going to do this video today, and I was reading something that someone had posted about like an energy shift happening right now, because I had a migraine Friday night, and if I look around, usually when I have migraines, it ends up being because of some either like solar flares or the Schumann resonance, which is the Earth's frequency, has shifted. And but I didn't get into the article, but I think it was talking about light codes. And because one of the things that it listed was headaches or migraines when this happens. So that's kind of a really interesting card. And maybe I'll read from the book too. What did I do with the book? I know I took it out of the box, didn't I? Okay, maybe I won't read from the book. What did I do with it? See, I'm so glad that like Friday Allison pulled out all these cards for me and like had made the chakra sign for me, because I can't do like technical things today. But that's the whole point in doing this, is to see how you feel when these energy shifts happen, so that you can prepare for them, so that your whole day like doesn't go to shit, and so that you're not wasting energy trying to do something that is just not going to work out. Like, have you ever had one of those days where you're just like everything you do just like doesn't work out? It's like you got up on the wrong side of the bed or whatever, but it's just like you go to the store for this one specific thing and they don't have it, so you have to go to another store, and then you ended up buying stuff that you didn't need, and then you forgot the thing that you went there for, and then like you're late to work and then the project you were working on like gets delayed, or like it's just like one of those days that like everything is like out of alignment. So knowing how you're going to react to these different energies will help you plan your day, so that you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that today. I'm just going to do this today because I know that that is going to work out for me. And just then you have an easier day. Oh, what happened last Tuesday? Was it a solar flare or what? What happened? I don't like the cryy face. Or you were just feeling off last Tuesday. What was last Tuesday? Was that still Leo? I can't see. No, it was Virgo. Oh, Virgo was so. Oh, a very off day. Well, that I think so. Tuesday was a Virgo day. And so on Virgo days, I plan to plan on Virgo days, because I know that a Scorpio day is coming up after a Virgo day. So I plan my week so that I get everything done before a Scorpio day, so that like I don't have anything like major that I have to do. Like we're just gonna chill. It's supposed to rain today. It's cloudy. It's supposed to rain today. So we were just planning to have like a crafty, rainy day. So it may have been that like you were trying to do too many things, or it could depend like where Virgo is in your chart. It could have been that you were like trying to do too many things, like get too many things done, when you should have just been planning. I don't know. And for you specifically, it'd be like you should have been um, planning to move things to the Scorpio day because you're feeling motivated and inspired to get things done. So that now that you know that, on a Virgo day next time, which will be next month, just put all of your to-dos to a Scorpio day because you know that you'll be feeling motivated. I know, but just take it easy. You could even just do nothing today. Be nice to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You're still thinking the on Tuesday how you felt. Just let it go. It's just a phase. It's just a phase. Okay. Oh, but I am also working on next week's schedule still. So I will let you guys know what, because we're not, are we, yeah, we're moving into Sagittarius tomorrow. So, oh no, what, how are we still in Scorpio tomorrow? What is happening? It's like the longest Scorpio phase ever, right? Because didn't we move into Scorpio on Friday? Okay, so I will probably be back for Sagittarius on Tuesday. So that'll be Tuesday the 20th. That seems like forever. What day is, okay, 19, 17. It must have been that we switched into Scorpio like in Friday night, so it feels like longer or something like that. I need to get a thing that has the times on it. That would be helpful for me. Um, yeah, so it must have been like, or at least for us on the East Coast, then maybe it was Saturday for West Coast people. Um, so Friday night makes sense to you. So do you notice that like you can feel the energy shift? Like it's like if I'm like like for example, like for Virgo, if I'm like trying to be productive and planning and then I just all of a sudden don't feel it. I'm like, oh, we must have moved into Libra already. And Libra for me, and I know we talked about this the other day, but Libra for me um, reminds me that I need to relax and take a break to balance because I just try to do like all too many things like all at once. So Libra reminds me to wait, you have to balance that energy with resting. But for somebody else, it might be that like you're lazy and unmotivated. And I don't mean lazy in a bad way. Like I am the self-proclaimed lazy herbalist. I don't mean that in a negative way for anybody. Um, but if you are unmotivated or procrastinating most of the time, Libra helps you to remember, wait, you need to balance that and be productive. Um, exploring your birth chart like really really, really, really helps me a lot because I just get so overwhelmed and frustrated. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And it usually has answers. It's usually like, oh, that makes so much sense. Um, the houses for me was really difficult to remember. Um, but if you look at this, I don't know if this helps you at all, but so the first house, like generally speaking, the first house is Aries. Aries is the season of spring. It's like the first of everything, starting things. So the first house is of the self. Um, and then it goes through all 12 of the zodiac signs, like from the 9 o'clock position counterclockwise. So if you kind of look at it seasonally as that first 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock is spring, and then 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock is summer, and then 3 o'clock to noon is fall, and then noon to back to 9 is winter. Um, so that helps me kind of remember, like, I can't remember exactly what the eighth house is, like what it rules, but I know that it's in that fall quarter. So it probably has something to do with like, um, actually, I think the eighth house might be Scorpio, and that's would be funny. Um, but maybe not. I don't know. So that like really was one of those things that just kind of like helped things click for me because I could never. I mean, I still can never remember like what each house rules, um, but then for your personal chart, it's going to be different because there's going to be a different zodiac sign ruling each house for you, but the qualities of the house are the same for everybody. No, I mean, our society needs to love and embrace lazy days. Um, I mean, it's just crazy that we have to force lazy days, like allow yourself to like be lazy. Um, but I think I've been put on this planet to remind people that they need to be lazy. Um, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but I also have like little cheat sheets that I like write all the houses out for me, and that makes sense. I might have some more information. I'm definitely going to put the houses into um, the 2022 planner, but I didn't want things to be too complicated. I didn't want it to be like, because it's astrology is so overwhelming. I wanted it to just be like you take these little pieces of the puzzle and it just gives you like a general idea of the archetypes and the energies surrounding each zodiac sign. And then by looking at your chart, you see how that kind of fits into place for you. But I don't want it to be like overwhelming. I mean, I know people that like have those like really nice, expensive, fancy astrological planners because they're beautiful and they are so well designed, but then they don't actually use the information that's in it because it's so complicated. It's really hard to put astrology into this tiny little box because it's so vast. So I hope, if anything, I know that there's a lot of people that are using the planner that have never followed the moon before, who know nothing about astrology, and I hope that the simplicity of it like helps you understand it better and that it makes sense, so that you don't just like turn away from astrology because it is such a helpful, useful tool for figuring out who you are and what you want to do in the world. So, but at the same time, excuse me. But at the same time, I hope that, excuse me, I like choked on something. At the same time, I hope that it's not like too simple and that people that are really interested in astrology like are able to use it as well. Um, but to me, it just looks like if you take like this fire sign and combined it with the waning phase, it's like it's kind of like a math problem to me. You're like taking this like fire energy and kind of dimming that fire, and that just like you figure out like what that means. It's like fire plus waning equals what for you personally. um so I hope that makes sense. I'm just kind of rambling now. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I will most likely do the next video Tuesday morning, and if an earlier time works for you, let me know, like if it would be better to have these videos like while you're getting ready for work versus like trying to sneak and listen to it at work, let me know. Um, and then I guess maybe like if it falls on a weekend, maybe I'll do a later time because so that people can sleep in on the weekend. Okay, well, thank you for the feedback about the time. But anyways, have a nice rest of your weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday. Okay, let's say bye to the sleepy kitty. Bye, sleepy kitty.